Melissa! Congrats on finally getting married!
Thanks, Nicole. That means a lot.
This is your big day! You deserve it! I sure hope no one does anything mean, like purposely plan their wedding to be on the same day as yours to steal your thunder! Can you imagine? I don't know about you, but I'd be absolutely livid.
Yeah, I sure hope no one would be mean enough to do that.
I'd be downright embarrassed if my colleagues chose to go to another wedding instead of mine. Don't you think?
Sure. Whatever you say.
Thanks for the invitation, by the way. Speaking of, you invited the whole company, didn't you? Who showed up? Is anyone there right now?
Yes, we did invite the whole company. And no, they haven't showed up yet. But I'm sure they'll show up sooner or later. I'm not really sure what's going on with you, but you're acting kind of strange today, Nicole. Are you trying to tell me something?
Oh, they still haven't showed up, you say? Well, I'm sorry, Melissa. I think I should let you in on a little secret. I don't think anyone's going to be showing up to your wedding. They're all already at mine, after all.
What?
What? Oh, honey, even your interjections give off an ugly vibe. That's right. Everyone's at my wedding. Why would they show up to celebrate your stupid face when they can celebrate mine? This is what you get for thinking your chubby little self could get married before I did. Sorry, hun. Looks like you're not gonna have much of a turnout. Oh, no. I sure hope this doesn't cause any lifelong trauma. Can you imagine inviting all those people just to have them not show up? I'd be devastated. Just kidding. Like I care about you.
Sorry, just so I'm clear. You said they were at your wedding? As in, you're getting married today as well?
Yep. I had a thought, like, wouldn't it be funny if I have my wedding on the same day as yours?
Wait, so you did this on purpose?
I wouldn't say I did it on purpose. To be honest, I wanted to have my wedding before yours, but all the good venues were fully booked. Today was the soonest available day, so technically I had no choice but to plan it on the same day as yours. Not that I'm complaining. At least we were on the same day. There was just no way I was letting a homely little thing like you get married before I did.
I'm sorry?
Imagine my surprise when you suddenly announced to the whole office you were getting married. You, the person I thought most likely to die alone, was gonna get married. And before I did to boot. I thought it must have been opposite day or something. Because of you, I knew I had to find my new future husband. And quick. Oh, and it was quick, by the way. Unlike you, I'm hot, after all. You should come meet my fiancé. I think you'll like him.
So, just because you weren't happy with how things were going with your love life, you decide to interfere with mine? And you even had the same guest list as I did.
When you put it like that, it almost sounds like I'm the bad guy here. But I'm not. Don't forget that this is your fault for trying to one-up me in the first place.
I wasn't trying to one-up you at all.
Actually, why am I getting jealous anyway? Your fiancé is probably just as fat and ugly as you are. Anyways, enjoy your wedding. I'm sure you put a lot of effort into it. Maybe someone will take pity on you and show up. You never know.
Fat? Ugly? Do you even know who my husband is?
No. And I don't even want to know.
You know Gerard, right? Your boss? The guy you always gushed about in the office? Always talking about how he could get it? Yeah, that's my husband. You're gonna call him fat and ugly now just because he's getting married to another woman? How petty can you be?
Wait. Your fiancé is Gerard? My boss, Gerard?
Scroll up, yeah. That's what I said. I don't mind you calling me names. I'm used to it. But you better think again if you think I'm going to let you degrade my husband like that. Gerard's a pretty attractive man. You'd agree with me, right? What did you call him again the other day? The office daddy?
Wow. Okay, I honestly didn't think you were that desperate. Did you really think I would believe you? Come on, Melissa. If you're going to lie about who your fiancé is, you should at least pick someone that isn't the hottest guy in the office. Gerard's already married. I know because he told me. How do I know that? Well, because I've asked him out. Several times. Dude's crazy in love with his wife. If I couldn't make him leave his wife, there's no way in hell you would be able to. Just stop, girl. It's embarrassing.
The wife that he's crazy in love with, the wife you were trying to make him leave, is me, by the way. And just so you know, I've been married to him for 5 years now.
What? Come again?
Only a few people in the office knew, so I'm not surprised you didn't know. In fact, I'd be surprised if you did know, considering you were the one person I didn't want finding out.
What? Why would you hide that from me?
I mean, it's definitely not because you were borderline sexually harassing him from day one. And definitely not because you kept going on and on about how ugly I was and how he would never date someone like me. I kept it a secret from you because I like my workplace drama-free. If you found out, it would have made me and Gerard's lives a living hell.
Hold on. I still can't wrap my head around the situation. You're married to Gerard. From accounting. The man I tried to hit on over and over again without success? The man I wanted to marry the most but couldn't, so I had to settle for my current fiancé? That's who you're married to. No, I don't believe it. There's no way he would be married to the ugliest woman in the office.
The ugliest? Jesus, you're a piece of work. Too bad it doesn't matter what you believe. It won't change reality.
Wait! If you've already been married for 5 years, why are you holding a ceremony now? If you two have already been lawfully wedded, there's no point in going out of your way to hold another ceremony, is there?
Yeah, well, at the time, we didn't think a ceremony was important. Besides, we were saving money for a new house as well, so it wasn't a priority. We figured we could live without a whole reception. But recently, we started to feel like that was a mistake. It's your wedding, after all, right? It's a once-in-a-lifetime event. So we figured on our 5th anniversary, we would renew our vows and hold a proper ceremony.
Today is your 5th anniversary?
Yeah. So I hope you realize how silly you sounded the whole time you were going on about
not letting me get married before you.
I was just like, I've been married for 5 years already, but okay.
Why you? What are you trying to say? That I've made a fool of myself? That I've been fighting a losing battle this whole time?
I'm not trying to say anything, but if you insist. I wouldn't say you were fighting a losing battle. I'd say you were fighting more of a lost battle. Actually, I never even thought of it as a battle to begin with. I was already married to him, so why would I even worry? Oh, speaking of, our guests have started to show up.
What? What guests?
Okay, well, it's been great talking to you, Nicole, but unfortunately, I've got an aisle to walk down, so I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great rest of your wedding. Hey, Mel. How are things going on your end? I just dropped off my parents at their hotel. I gotta say, I haven't seen them this happy in a long time. I'm really glad we decided to do this. Hey, I just dropped my parents off as well. I know, right? My dad was a sobbing mess. What a silly old man. If he ever bothered to tell me he wanted to walk me down the aisle, we would have done this earlier. I'm really glad we did this too. I think it was the right choice. Not that we made the wrong choice before. I think that was still the right choice at the time. My mom, too. She must have taken 1,000 photos today. That's really sweet. And yeah, your dad's not alone there. I always did kind of regret not getting to see you in a wedding dress. So yeah, today was kind of an emotional day. Love you, Mel. You too? I swear. What is it with you guys and not being honest with yourselves? It's okay to have feelings, you know? I'm just kidding. Love you too. Yeah, I do have to apologize for what happened this morning, though. I'm just really sorry about Nicole. That must have been awful to deal with right before the wedding. I already told you not to worry about it. It's fine. I know you didn't tell me because you didn't want me to worry about it. And thank you for that, by the way, because I most definitely would have worried about it. In fact, I'm actually impressed word never made it to me until today. Yeah, I really gotta hand it to our coworkers. They really know how to keep a secret. Plus, if they never told me about it, I would have never known. I seriously owe them one. Maybe I'll take them out for lunch one of these days. Definitely. I guess my one question is, how did they react when Nicole invited them to her wedding on the same day? Yeah, that was a crazy day. They're all nice people, so obviously they didn't want to say no to Nicole, but we had to figure something out. What we decided is that they would go to Nicole's wedding first, pay their respects, then come over to ours. I think Nicole's ceremony started earlier than ours, so I just asked the wedding planner if they could delay ours by an hour or two. Oh, so that's why we ended up pushing it back. Yeah. The plan was to make enough time so everyone could feasibly attend both. You did all that behind my back, huh? Can't have the bride be worrying over every little detail now, can we? Thanks, honey. You shouldn't be thanking me. You should be thanking our wonderful coworkers. I mean, they attended 2 weddings in one day. That's no small ask. You're totally right. I would not be able to do that. Yeah, and I was totally ready to accept that everyone would be late to ours, but they actually all showed up right on time. I was chatting to Kathy from accounting, but yeah. She said she and most other people only spent like 30 minutes at Nicole's wedding. Like they just walked in, said congrats, and walked out. I hope Nicole and her husband isn't too miffed about that. I sure as hell know that I would be more than upset if that happened to me. I mean, even if she is upset about that, it's her own damn fault. I don't care what your reasoning is, but you just don't schedule your wedding on the same day as someone else's. Like, that's just common sense. And she even put our coworkers on the spot, making them choose. Honestly, I don't know what she was thinking. Yeah, but I mean, if everyone showed up to your wedding for 30 minutes then dipped, wouldn't you feel a little upset? I mean, sure, but not in her case. She literally told everyone, yeah, it's totally fine if you drop by for even 10 minutes. I see. Then she really does have no leg to stand on here. Even though today went off without a hitch, that was still some stunt she pulled. Ugh, I'm so tired. Can't wait to get home and crack open a cold one.
Are you happy now, Melissa? Happy that you made a fool out of me at my wedding? All that planning, all that time spent, just poof! All wasted. Actually, that's not the part I'm even most upset about. Forget my marriage. I can't believe you've kept your marriage a secret for all this time. Give me my Gerard back, you wench!
Give him back? What do you mean, give him back? It's not like you had any ownership over him in the first place. In fact, you should be glad I didn't escalate your antics considering you were hitting on a married man. Besides, is that something you really want to be saying? You're married now. You do know that, right? It's not every day you get to marry a rich lawyer, so maybe you should, I don't know, have a little more faith in your relationship?
Yeah, we get it. He's rich and powerful and handsome and kind, but there's just one problem. He's not Gerard. I only settled for him because Gerard was taken.
Wow. You really did like Gerard, huh?
Someone like you could never understand. Just like how I'll never understand how someone like him ended up with someone like you. There were 2 types of people I'd be okay with Gerard marrying instead of me. Either a celebrity or a supermodel. Not a coworker. And the ugliest one in the company at that. I'll never accept your marriage. You hear me?
Accept our marriage? What are you, my mother? Besides, it's not like I really care what you think. We're married. Twice, actually. Once 5 years ago and once yesterday.
I don't care. Since it's come to this, this means war. I'm gonna take Gerard from you if it's the last thing I do.
Wow, you're doubling down? What are you planning on doing? Try to seduce him away from me? You should know already that he'll never fall for that.
I don't care. I'm gonna do something. How else am I supposed to live this down? If he stays married to you, it's almost like saying I'm somehow uglier than you.
You sure have a complex about looks, don't you?
Who do you think I am? You think I'm gonna stop just because he's married? I don't let anything come between me and the man I want. You just watch. This is war, you hear me? War!
All right, calm down now before you do something you regret. I don't care whether or not you go after married men. But remember that you just got married yesterday, too. Don't you feel bad for your poor husband if you start pursuing other men the second after you get married? I mean, those wedding vows don't mean anything to you.
Don't you worry. There are plenty of ways for me to deal with that. What, you think I'm new to this? Once I have him, I can just divorce my current husband and remarry. Or I can just keep our relationship a secret and he'll be none the wiser. Yep, I'll do that. It'd be a waste to marry into a lawyer's money and simply toss him aside after all.
Do you even realize what kind of awful things you're saying? I feel bad for your husband.
So what? I'm cute. I can get away with it. Besides, that lawyer is totally head over heels for me. Even if he does find out, there's no way he'd ask for a divorce.
You sure about that? He's asking for one right now.
Huh? What do you mean, asking for one right now? It almost sounds like you're saying he's right next to you or something.
Yeah, he is next to me. And he literally just said that. He's been reading this conversation this whole time, by the way. And yeah, I think he just about had enough.
Wait, hold on just a second. Why are you two together? That doesn't make sense. No, that's not right. He should be at work today. That's what he told me when he left this morning.
Yeah? That might be what he said, but I can promise you he's in the room with me right now. Do you know why he came to see us?
No. Why?
He came to file a formal complaint. You know what for?
No.
He came to inform us of his intent to file a formal suit against us for employer abuse of power. Apparently, you told him Gerard used his position of power as your boss to force the employees to leave your wedding early. You know, you really found yourself a great guy. He was ready to take us to court over you.
He did what now?
It took us a while to get through to him, but he's actually pretty rational. After he listened to our side of the story, he agreed that we weren't at fault and that he would be dropping the case against us. Of course, I had to show him all of our previous texts to convince him. I hope you understand. It wasn't his fault, of course, but he still felt pretty bad about it. He apologized to both of us.
No. This can't be happening. You really told him everything? You really showed him all of our texts?
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you think he would really believe me when it's just your word against mine?
Oh my god, he just texted me. He says he's serious about divorcing me.
Oof. What happened to him being head over heels for you? Oh, yikes. Looks like he's not done. I can't believe she would pursue a married man with such underhanded tactics. As a lawyer, as a human being, I cannot condone her actions.
He said that? Wait, what underhanded tactics is he talking about?
Oh, you didn't know this, did you? Gerard's been in touch with HR this whole time. He's kept a record of every time you approached him inappropriately. He has voice recordings, time, date, occasion, everything. He carefully recorded everything in case things went south and you decided to pin the blame on him.
Are you serious?
I gotta admit, his risk management is on a whole different level. No wonder he's your boss, eh? I know I would have never thought to do that.
So, does he know everything? Does he know about how much I used to hit on him? Does he know about the notes I would slip under his desk every day?
Oh yeah, not only that. He also knows about how you would take his lunch out of the fridge and throw it away. Also, you could try to feed him yourself. There were a lot of things written down that I didn't even know about. Reading about it kinda pissed me off. I guess that's why he never told me.
Well,
Okay, looks like your husband is just about ready to leave. I'm sure you two have a lot to talk about when he gets home.
Melissa! I hate you! You ruined my life! He's actually going to divorce me. He's actually going through with it.
Is that why you haven't shown up to work all week? Too busy dealing with divorce proceedings? Is your husband still there? Can you tell him I said congrats?
I'm not in the mood, Melissa. I'm really struggling over here. I spent all that time and effort to land myself a lawyer, and he goes ahead and divorces me not a week later? How is that fair?
I mean, it's not like you were unaware of what you were doing. I'd say it's perfectly fair. Besides, not like there's anything we can do for you now.
Are you saying it's my fault? In what universe? This is clearly all your fault. If only you weren't so ugly. If only you didn't marry my beloved Gerard. None of this would have ever happened. How dare you claim that you're innocent? There's only one way you can make it up to me. Divorce Gerard right now and relinquish him to me.
No thanks. Unlike you, we're a happily married couple.
I don't care. You don't deserve him. I am the woman he deserves. Why am I the only one getting divorced here? What makes you two better than me?
All right, I get you're upset, but you need to tone it down just a notch, my girl. You're being a little unreasonable right now.
Shut up! I'm prettier than you. Shut up! I don't want to hear it. Gerard secretly wants to be with me. I know it. There's no way any man would take an other like you to a hottie like me. What kind of dirt do you have on him? You must have blackmailed him into marrying you. There's no way!
Blackmail. You serious, Nicole? A man can't love a woman for who she is? Just so we're clear, Melissa is a wonderful wife and I love her with all my heart.
Who is this?
Can you give it a rest already? How many times do I have to tell you no before you get the message? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of dealing with you.
Is that you, Gerard? Gerard, listen. I love you. You're beautiful and kind and capable. A perfect man like you deserves the perfect woman. That's me. I'm the perfect woman.
I'm already married to the perfect woman. She's mature, grounded, kind, an overall wonderful woman. Basically everything you're not. So you'll have to forgive me for rejecting you.
What? No. What are you saying?
You said it yourself, right? That I'm beautiful, kind, and capable. You really think an ugly person like you deserves someone like me?
Did you just call me ugly? You called me, the cutest girl in the office, ugly? You take that back right now.
I won't. In fact, I'll say it again. It takes a woman who's truly ugly inside to proclaim herself to be the cutest girl in the office. Beauty is always in the eye of the beholder, but you can't fix an ugly personality. And your personality, I'm afraid, is the ugliest of them all.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. I was Team Gerard from the very beginning. I was ride or die, your #1 fan. I never doubted you, and this is how you treat me?
Don't make me laugh, Nicole. How can you be Team Gerard when you've just married another man?
That's because I had no choice. You were taken. You were still #1 in my heart. I still love you. I'd drop him and marry you in a heartbeat if you told me to. Do you want me to? Here, I swear I'll do it.
I don't want to, but I don't need to. I'm sure you're getting dropped regardless. If I was #1, what does that make your current husband? #3? Maybe #4 even?
No, What? What are you getting at?
Listen closely, because now this is me talking as your boss. Don't bother coming on Monday. You're fired. There is no place in this office for a woman who is as disrespectful for relationships and other human beings as you are.
Wait a second. You're firing me? For what? What are you talking about? Disrespectful? What do you mean by that?
There's no point playing dumb, Nicole. This morning, 3 different wives of 3 different men came in to raise a complaint this morning.
All 3? At the same time?
The many questions seem to be either clients of ours or nearby business owners and proprietors. It seems you've been sticking your hand in a lot of cookie jars, Nicole. Not only that, but they've alleged that you've been sneaking out to meet your so-called paramours during work hours. Normally, I like to protect my employees. I really do, Nicole. But when you've got 3 different parties all raising the same concerns and saying the same things, I have no choice but to carefully entertain their complaints.
No, listen, Gerard, I can explain.
And of course, as your employer, we have no desire or intent to interfere with the private lives of our employees. But it seems you have blurred the lines rather significantly. In order to make time for your affairs, it seems you have pawned off most of your work to more junior employees. Is that correct, Nicole? If that is true, I hope you realize why we have no choice but to terminate your employment.
Wait, Gerard, please! You can't fire me! I really need this job. My husband just texted me that he's not only going to divorce me, he's going to seek compensation for all the money he spent on the wedding. How am I supposed to pay that back if I don't have a job?
Don't worry, Nicole. I think you'll do just fine.
You think so?
Someone as stubborn and tenacious as you are will be able to get back on their feet. I believe it. Believe in that cockroach-like tenacity of yours.
A cockroach? Are you calling me a cockroach?
In any case, all the paperwork has been filed. Your termination is well documented and with cause, so don't even try to think you can fight it. Now please, get lost. I don't want to see you harass me or my wife ever again. If you dare try anything else, know that I will come at you next, not as your boss, but as Melissa's husband.
Nicole, fired from her position, packed up her things and walked out of the office in shame, never to be seen again. Word on the street is her lawyer ex-husband divorced her not too long afterwards. Legal proceedings move fast when you're a lawyer, I guess. Apparently, she fought it every step of the way, continuing to beg him to take her back. He obviously would have none of it. I honestly do feel a little bad for her. Losing her job followed by her rich husband must kind of suck. But that wasn't all. Also, remember all those women who came to the office saying Nicole was having an affair with their spouses? The lawyer ex-husband linked up with them and together they sued Nicole for additional damages. She had to take out an incredible amount of money to cover the costs of her legal battles and ended up declaring bankruptcy. Last I heard, she moved back home where she works quietly at one of the local sports bars serving food and beverages. Thank you for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to push the like button and subscribe for more.